Welcome back to Comics, the podcast where me and my mom look through our comic book collection 2 issues at a time. This is DC's House of Mystery from 1974. And you would think that this weird butterfly beast appears in it, but not really. It doesn't have anything to do with a terrifying insect the way you might think. And if the look on this boy's face is a little strange or a little vacant or something, well, you'll soon find out why. There are even some little bite marks on the page there. So this House of Mystery only has 2 stories in it. Vengeance is Mine is the first one. And we have Cain here telling us the foul thing that came out of the tomb burned with hatred for the man who had killed it. But even a creature out of the pit should have known that only one being has the right to say vengeance is mine. And so we have a Dracula-looking, a very stock-looking vampire. Child of my enemy, come to me and die. And when you live again, when I have made you as I am, my revenge will be complete. This is a script by Jack Olick and art by Quico Redondo. I really like the art in this one. So Cain is elaborating on the backstory. Well, how do we get to that point where the vampire is trying to turn this young boy? Old bones and butterflies. You wouldn't think that those 2 things had much in common, would you, horror hounds? And yet, you'd be surprised. Take tonight's scary little saga, for example. It's about a vampire, and he didn't see the connection either. But he should have, because our story begins with his bones right over there in that cozy little tomb. At least that's where the end of the story begins, with some old bones, a pair of ghouls, and a gasp of terror. Mason, look, we've got to get out of here. Get out, are you crazy? We just got here. There must be something worth stealing in one of these old coffins. Get on with it. No, look. Good Lord, a stake. There's a stake through that thing's heart. And a stake through the heart means just one thing, a vampire. I don't care what you say, I'm getting out of here. Look out, you fool, look! His jacket pocket got caught on one of the handles of the coffin. The stake, you've jarred loose the stake.
Put it back in fast!
You think, yeah, you would, just like, whoop! Put it right back in there. The skeleton, it's changing, something's happening. Yeah! You see, you never can tell about old bones. Sometimes they're just bones, but sometimes they can be more.
It took 4 panels. They could have put it back.
Yeah, even if they waited till this one.
You think?
Maybe even this one. He's still a little yellow. You take the bones in that old coffin now. A funny thing happened to those bones. The ghouls never saw it, of course, but it was really something to see. He becomes a very stock-looking vampire. Alive, I'm alive again. The stake is gone. I'm alive. Alive! At last. Do you hear, Cooper? Sandor is alive again. This is Sandor.
Sandor?
Yeah, he's Sandor the vampire. And this time it won't be as it was the last time. You're going to pay for that last time, I swear it, by Satan himself.
Oh, goodness.
The last time. How well the thing in the tomb recalled the last time. He could remember the stake, the hammer, but he had been helpless then. Now, Sandor, now. It's taken me years to find your coffin, but now that I have, you'll never drink the blood of the innocent. This time, your sleep will be forever. All it takes is one blow. One blow, demon, and your evil dies for all time. Just one blow, like this. There's a lot of repetition. I'm alive! One blow!
Why? Oh, my gosh.
Just do it. He's talking to himself.
I know.
He hopes that he hears it, I guess, in his sleep.
Oh.
That day, how long ago had it been? Years! But the vampire's long sleep was over at last, and the lust for revenge was fire inside him. I'm coming, Cooper. I'm coming to destroy you, and no power in heaven or hell can stop me.
Oh, man.
I don't think we've seen this ad yet. Daredevil stunts, wild action. Turbo Tower of Power, Kenner.
Those things on TV, the ads were so fun. Even though it was me and my sister.
It's like a little racetrack for your Matchbox cars.
And we wanted these, and they never held up to the excitement of the commercials.
Motorcycles. Did they just not stay on the track? Or
the loop-de-loops were weak. So if the cars are going too fast, that would move them back and forth a little bit too much. And yeah,
Hey, there's the issue we're reading right there.
Oh, yeah.
Advertised. We already bought it. Leave us alone. Kill, destroy. Only those thoughts beat in the vampire's brain, and yet weeks later, when he had found his victim at last, he did not at once rush to rend and tear. Good night, son. Sleep tight. Son, he has a son now. I could kill him tonight, but now that I know, there's a better way. A way to make my revenge even sweeter. He's just like Dr. Octopus.
God.
He could have just killed Cooper
Yeah.
then, but he's got to make it more torturous and then screw it up somehow.
He could have continued the cycle of revenge. If he had killed
kill 'em
him,
both.
then his son would have to revenge him.
Yeah.
And then he'd have to get revenge on the son. And then the son would have a son. And, you know how it goes.
The killing could come later. For now, there were other evil joys to be tasted. For now, there was the anticipation, the gloating. Who's there? How did you get in here? Who? Don't you know me, Cooper? You've changed, but I'm still the same. Don't you remember the tomb, the stake? Don't you remember Sandor? Sandor, no, it isn't possible. You're dead. Dead forever. I killed you. Yes, Cooper, yes, you killed me, but the undead are not so easily destroyed. You killed me, and now you will pay for it. No, devil, get back. By the power of the cross, get back. You can't pass the cross. You can't touch me. You can't. Fool, I know I can't, not so long as you hold a cross, but I haven't come back to kill you. My revenge will not be so simple. He's going to explain exactly what he wants to do. Just make it a surprise.
The bad guy soliloquy.
I've dreamed of that revenge, tasted it, but to destroy you would be only a small satisfaction. You have a son now, so I have a better way. My son, Peter, you know, not even a thing like you would take your revenge on a helpless child. Even you must feel some pity. Pity? What pity did you have on me? None. And for that I mean to take your son. When I am done with him, he will be as I am, a vampire.
He looks like Arnold there.
Schwarzenegger?
Yeah.
Think of that, Cooper. Think of it and live in fear. Suffer. I go, but I will come back, and when I do, I will take your son.
Oh, so he's like a old-fashioned vampire that can turn to mist and go out the window.
He's old school. Well, I never knew that if you took the stake out that they would reanimate like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and now modern vampires, have you seen the vampire movie where Nick Cage is the vampire?
Yes.
And they had to
Renfield?
Yes, they had to blow him up, put his
Yeah.
concrete
That was crazy.
and burn him and everything.
He looks like Nightcrawler there.
He does.
So he vanishes, and Cooper starts putting all these crosses and Wolfbane around, and Wolfbane, garlic. All right, Cooper, you win for tonight.
Speaking
He
of
watches
Nick
him
Cage,
put it all up. Yeah. I can't pass your crosses and your charms, but your son is mine, and sooner or later I'll have him. And for a time, the old protections worked, but John Cooper did not stop there. A vampire? Mr. Cooper, you're not serious. Are you really saying that your son is in danger from a vampire? Yes, you're a private detective, aren't you? Don't ask questions. Just come and stay at my house. Protect my boy. Yeah, don't investigate things. You're a private detective. I'll pay anything, please. Okay, Mr. Cooper, okay. I don't believe in vampires, but I'm a father myself. Okay, I'll come, and don't worry. Nothing will get to your son. Nothing. Nothing? How confidently the detective spoke. But then, how could he know? How could he even begin to understand the power of the undead? The door is locked and bolted, Mr. Cooper. Between the lock and the cross outside and your Wolfbane, even if there is such a thing as a vampire, I don't think we'll have to worry. At least for tonight.
Getting someone who doesn't even believe in vampires to protect your kid from a vampire, a skeptic is not going to put up a fight.
Well, he's wearing a turtleneck to protect his neck.
There you go.
Locks, charms, fools, you've made certain that I can't get to the boy, but I can make him come to me. Later, Cooper, later. By this time tomorrow he will be with me, one of the undead. Later, the burning for revenge, was a song on the vampire's writhing lips. Why are his lips writhing? He waited, patient with the patience of those who have all eternity before them. And then, child of my enemy, come to me. Come, by all the powers of evil, by all the power of darkness, come, I command it. Then there was the ultimate moment, the moment for which a thing that was dead and yet alive had waited for so long. But he does not obey me. He defies my powers. Very well, then. If I cannot bring him to me by will alone, there are other ways.
Is he deaf?
You're on the right track. No one saw then. No one saw the hideous thing of night that drew in on itself, that began to change. No one saw when the monster became
A puppy?
this dog. Yeah. A puppy! What child can resist a puppy? The tiny handful of fur at the French doors whined, scratched, and... He's turned away! He has no interest. But there must be something that will attract him. Some other creature. He turns into a cat. Still he does not come. Nothing attracts him. Curse him. Nothing. But I will not be beaten by a boy. I will not. This time he will not be able to resist. And he turns into a butterfly.
What an odd choice.
It had to happen. No child could resist forever the temptations that the vampire could summon at will. The vampire was certain of that. And so in the end, how could he fail? Oh, how pretty.
Interesting.
Wow, Flash, the biggest news in comics. Action Comics #1 sold for $1,800.
Just look for this guy's face.
Exclusive. Now an exact copy from cover to cover can be yours in the DC's original supersize for only $1. It's pure gold. Looks like the Booster Gold font. Or you could get free 6 full-color free iron-on transfers.
A giggling panda.
Yamaha, 2 frogs.
The
Superman.
What is the guy with the big shoes? Just
passing through. Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, he was around in the 70s.
This is 74.
Everywhere, yeah.
Get Indian and Lincoln cents by the pound. Shovel them into your safe. She's perspiring. Better shovel my coins.
Oh my God.
So he reaches out for the butterfly and has to go out to the outside there. In the end, the vampire won. He fluttered back on gossamer wings, a thing of beauty and of death. The child reached out. Yeah! My God, what was that? Peter, that thing must have gotten to Peter. Come on. Peter, you're safe. Thank God you're safe. But we did hear a scream, and these doors were wide open. Why? All right, Peter, what happened? Who screamed? Tell us.
I know what happened.
What?
He put him in his collection thing and pierced it.
Mm-hmm. No, leave him alone. He can't tell you anything. Can't? Yes, I should have told you before. Peter is, well, slow.
Oh.
He can't be reached. That's why I indulge him, buy him so many toys. He's so helpless. Slow, helpless. If only the vampire had known that, known why his will was useless against a child. If he had, even he might have laughed at the irony of it, but he did not hear. I've tried everything to get through to him, but it's no good. Toys and talk don't mean a thing to him. He has only one interest, those. He collects butterflies. The vampire, in fact, couldn't hear a thing. So how could he appreciate the bitter humor of his fate? That must be a new one. I wonder where he got it. Poor Sandor, a stake through the heart, a pin, it doesn't make much difference, really. Either one will kill a vampire. Butterflies and old bones. Now do you understand?
Wow.
They do go together after all, don't they? Sandor must have known that at the end, too. You might even say that at the end, he finally got the point, right?
Yuck.
So you could learn karate and judo, jujitsu, savate. I'm not familiar with that last one.
And only if you dress like that guy.
Yeah, you have to have yellow hair.
Oh, no, this guy's got dark hair.
Oh,
He's
okay.
coming for him.
He's got white
No.
everything. Country and Western classics.
Oh, I think we have a couple Western comic books.
These are records.
Oh.
Ballad of a Teenage Queen by Johnny Cash. Billy Bayou by Jim Reeves. City Lights by Ray Price.
My mom had a lot of those.
$70. Damn.
What?
I have enclosed $70 for the entire library, plus a free carrying case. That's a lot of country and western classics for $70.
Wow.
Oh, so they're $6.98 per tape or $5.98 per record. The records are cheaper than the tapes. Imagine that. Or you can get a
Wow.
reel-to-reel version for $120.
That's crazy. You'd have to go to Goodwill and find a real player.
Right? I've never used one.
Me either.
So this is our second story. I really like the art and the colors in this one. So this is an old-timey story. Hello, kiddies. I'm glad you've decided to stick with us because my next story is a real killer. It begins here in the year 1872 in the busy London offices of Barnaby and Walsh, attorneys at law. That timid law clerk over there is Casper Twinge.
Oh no.
And then the sadistic teddy bear killer, whose insane depredations have now claimed the lives of 8 unfortunate victims, swung his massive hammer, gasp, and bashed in the poor woman's skull. Police examining the corpse said her features were almost unrecognizable. How do you like that, Casper, eh? Ha ha ha. Please, Bob, I don't want to hear any more. It's horrible. Almost all of his dialogue has a little stutter. Don't want to hear any more. It's horrible. I'm not going to read it like that because that's exhausting.
Yes.
Ha ha ha, poor Casper. Ha ha, Casper the mouse. Ha ha ha. A mouse am I. At least I'm human. You all enjoy reading about that maniac. You wouldn't enjoy it half so much if you met up with him face to face. Now leave me alone and let me get back to work. Oh, Casper, you're such a spoil sport. Can't you take a little teasing? The people at the office were always teasing Casper, especially that bully Bob Edwin, Casper's next-door neighbor. And today they had frightened him so badly that he could hardly concentrate on his work. When it was finally time to go home, Casper breathed a sigh of relief. And just where do you think you're going, Twinge? Home, Mr. Barnaby, sir. It's 5 o'clock, sir. You're not going anywhere, Twinge, until you finish correcting these contracts. Maybe if you'd spend some time working instead of chatting about the teddy bear killer on my time, you'd get some work done around here, right? Now to stay overtime and fix these, or you're fired, do you understand? Yes, sir. Ta-ta, Casper, old bean. Don't work too hard now. Ha-ha. Poor Casper. It took him nearly 2 hours to finish those contracts, but finally the work was done.
Wow.
Almost 7 o'clock. I'd better run home. Alice will be furious. If I was reading it correctly, it's almost 7 o'clock. I'd better run home. Alice will be furious.
Ugh.
Moments later, I really like the griminess of the streets.
Nice atmosphere.
I just hope she'll try to understand. I'll explain to her that Mr. Barnaby, the night of the teddy bear.
Oh, no.
Boo! Ah, no, please, stay away. Don't hurt me, don't.
No.
This is a script by Michael Fleischer and art continuity by Russell Carley. You don't see that credit that much. Drawn by Fred Alcala. I think that says Fred. Ha ha ha, ho ho ho. It's just me, Casper boy. That was rich. You should have seen the look. Ha ha ha. That wasn't the least bit funny. Someday you'll go too far with your childish pranks, Bob, and then you'll meet the real me. You don't realize that beneath the shy, retiring Casper Twinge, there's... Ah ha ha, all right, Casper. Ah ha, I'm sorry, don't be mad. Ho ho. Come on, old pal, let's walk home together.
Oh no.
The two men walked briskly homeward through the pea-soup London fog. They were only a few blocks from home when... Hey, you men, halt! What is it, Constable? Never finished high school? Now you can get a diploma without going back. You already know why it's important to have a high school education. You probably learned the hard way that it can be pretty difficult to get the kind of job you want without one.
That's a great way to say it. Don't learn the hard way.
No matter how hard you're willing to work. What can you do about it? Maybe you've thought of trying again to get a diploma, but you've suffered enough classroom battle fatigue to last you a lifetime. So you'd hate to travel that route again, even if you could. But what if we told you that there was now a much better way to get a high school education, an adult way, which gives you regular high school subjects and your choice of practical vocational subjects, which help you get started in one of a number of profitable fields? That's the unique Wayne School way. You do your reading and assignments in your spare time in the relaxed atmosphere completed assignment. I think I skipped a line. In a relaxed atmosphere of your own home, and turn in your completed assignments by mail. You don't have to give up your present job. You don't have to study or travel to class at inconvenient times. And you needn't be afraid of dropping out all over again if you had trouble with less school before. Wayne's specially prepared lessons make even difficult subjects much easier to take. And Wayne grades your assignments in private by mail. You're free from competitive classroom pressures. You stay relaxed and your progress is much smoother. If you're 17 or over and not now in school, why not send for more information? Mail coupon for our free booklet, How to Finish High School at Home. You're in for a pleasant surprise.
Stay in school, kids.
They couldn't even put some kind of image or something. It's such a boring yellow and red ad.
Well, we learned the hard way.
Yeah, it was probably somebody that went to Wayne School that designed that. Who are you, men? What are you doing walking about at this hour? I really like the colors.
Mm-hmm.
We live here, officer, in adjoining houses about 2 blocks up the street. Yes, we worked late at the office and... All right, that's good enough. They're pretty easily satisfied.
Yeah.
But be careful on your way home and stay indoors after you get there. We've tracked the teddy bear killer right to this very neighborhood. The gasp! Teddy bear killer? Don't you worry, we've got the area saturated with police. We'll have the scoundrel by morning, I promise you that. Better get along home now, you two. Good night. Bob and Casper quickened their pace, and within minutes they were home. Well, here we are, Casper, old man. Say, there's 2 more Bobbies talking to Alice. Better find out what they want, eh? It looks like they might suspect that you're the teddy bear killer. Me? Or maybe they just want to give you special police protection because they've received advanced word that the teddy bear killer intends to make you his next victim. That's not true. I know, I love that face.
Yeah.
That's not true. You're just trying to scare me again. Good night, Bob. I'll see you tomorrow. Poor guy. Presently, hello, dear. I'm sorry I'm late. You're sorry you're late. You mean you're sorry you're almost 3 hours late, don't you, Casper? What's the matter here, officers? Any trouble? I was just telling your wife, Mr. Twinge, that the teddy bear killer is at large somewhere in this district. We're warning everyone to lock their doors and windows and stay indoors. He won't get away from us this time. Every constable in the area has been issued a firearm in order to shoot on sight. We'll stop that madman before he can kill his 9th victim, all right. Good night now. Good night, Constable. I have no time to talk to you now, Casper. We'll discuss the lateness of yours later on when I get back. His wife's a lot older than him.
I know it.
She
changes a lot from here to here.
Yeah, she looks like a witch in that panel. Mm-hmm. I'm going to spend the evening with Mother. Your dinner's in the icebox. You can heat it up if you like, or eat it cold for all I care. But Alice, dear, you heard what the constable said. Isn't it dangerous for... You can hide under the bed from the teddy bear person if you like, Casper. She's so unafraid of him. You always were better at hiding than anything else, but I'm going out.
Wow.
And please, Casper, try not to get in any mischief while I'm gone, will you? Ta-ta. Goodbye, dear. Have a good time. It was quiet in the house without Alice. Casper liked quiet. He had eaten his dinner and settled down to read in his favorite chair when suddenly... Oh, help me, Mr. Twinge, help me. Huh? Outside the window, someone calling my name. But who? I like how even in his thought bubbles, he stutters.
What?
Oh, please, Mr. Twinge, hurry. And he's thinking this. Whoever it is gulp. He's gulping in his thoughts. Calling for me. No, the constable said to stay inside, but I can't just ignore a person in gulp need. Isn't that wild?
Whoa.
They went a little overboard with the meek dialogue here. And besides, if there's any real trouble, there are policemen all over the neighborhood, so that all I'd have to do is call out to them, and when it's so misty out that it's hard to see. Grrr.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh my choke. God. The weird little sound effects within the word bubble. It's kind of weird. Grrr. Oh, please keep away, Mr. Teddy Bear Killer. He'll kill me. The candlestick, it's my only chance. Wham! I like how the candle's floating in midair for a second there.
He really changes. From this shaking guy to this guy who
looks pissed.
Yeah, to put all that weight into that candle.
Well, he's, if there's a killer on the loose, I'd be scared too. I'd be hitting people with candlesticks. Just to be safe.
He gets teased all the time. You think that he would think that this was his neighbor just teasing him more.
I know. Well, that's why it's so shitty that they tease him, because it's not something to joke around about.
True.
Oh, my Lord, he's dead. I've killed the teddy bear killer. Bob, oh no, it's Bob. I've killed. What? So he feels bad when he thinks it's the teddy.
Yeah.
Even, he has remorse for killing the serial killer, but it's not even him.
Oh.
I like that yellow stripy shirt he's got on.
Yeah. I like Bob better when he had the mask on.
Eek, it's him, the teddy bear killer. Help, he struck again. No, lady, no, please, you don't Eek, you fiend, get away from me. Eek, please.
Oh, no.
I like that shot of him in the shadow. He's kind of got Dr. Ock's glowing eyeglasses.
Yeah.
Hold on, ma'am, we're coming. There he is, officers. See his mask? It's the teddy bear killer. He just killed poor Bob Edwin. Oh, my God, Simmons, she's right. There he is. He's killed another one. Quick, shoot the mad dog down before he can kill again.
Oh, no.
Perhaps a braver man would have stood his ground, but Casper Twinge was frightened, and so he ran. Oh, my God, why won't they let me explain? Why is all this happening to me? Halt, you, in the name of the law. Blam, blam. Are you all right, ma'am? Yes, officers, but it was him, the teddy bear killer. I walked out of my door just as he was gloating over his 9th victim.
She's
oh,
keeping
mercy.
count.
It was horrible, horrible. And to think, the fiend was my own neighbor. The teddy bear killer is Casper Twinge. Why, heavens, he's lived on this street for... Don't you worry, ma'am. He can't get far. He's headed for the marsh, and we've got the entire area sealed off tighter than a drum. Casper ran on and on until he thought his lungs would burst, and then, as the police closed in on the marsh from all sides, the frantic Casper sought temporary refuge beneath the old marsh bridge. What can I, Puff Puff, do? They think I'm Puff Puff, the teddy bear killer.
Whoa.
It's kind of a dinky-looking pool table. That thing,
Yeah,
one of those legs is going to get off balance. It's going to ruin the whole
This
thing.
looks cool as heck. If they
It's like a lowrider.
Yeah, adult sizes of that.
You'd ride that?
Yes, wouldn't you?
Is it the cheetah?
Yeah. Oh.
Low
yeah,
center
'cause
of
that's
gravity.
Yep.
Makes it almost tip-proof.
You'd ride
For
that,
360
right?
spin-outs, double the takeoff speed. Yeah, that's more my speed, the 3-wheel ride. I'd stick my legs up like that, too, while I rode it. Look at that funky monkey.
Yeah.
He's friendly. He's ferocious, over 2.5 feet.
Chemo, polar bear.
The kangaroo keeps its Joey on a little leash.
Yeah.
And a fang snake. Those fang
The
snakes.
deadly fang snake.
An Alfie alligator. Wow.
That bear's face is really odd.
Yeah, did they put lipstick on him or
I
something?
think so. Oh, no.
This is my favorite panel. I almost wish they didn't have the panel within the panel. But
Yeah.
And if I try to, snap. Oh, my dear Lord, oh, my. Casper tried to scream, but his vocal cords were frozen with fear, and he could not make a sound as the awful hammer smashed Casper's fragile skull to splinters. What difference would a final scream have really made anyway?
I did not see that coming.
Would it have made much difference to Casper? Would it have made much difference to the teddy bear killer?
Whoa.
I think I'll put on a teddy bear mask and get my sledgehammer out and crack people's skulls.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing to do. There he is, up on the bridge. His killing days are over now. Blam, 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 blam. Arr! Crash. Moments later, we got him all right, but now we'll never learn his identity. His corpse toppled into the river, and in that current... You're wrong, Constable. We do know who he was. This woman's husband, Casper Twinge. He worked as a law clerk by day, did his awful killings by night. I still can't believe it was Casper. After all these years, he was always so quiet, so meek, so mild-mannered. Are you sure it was him? Afraid so, ma'am. We have a positive identification. Neighbor woman saw him do his last fiendish murder. I can't believe it. He was so quiet. It's always the quiet ones you have to watch out for, ma'am. They're the most vicious.
Oh,
And his little poor gaping dead mouth there in the
So they're
marsh.
not going to even look for him.
Nope. His good name is ruined forever. They thought he was the teddy bear killer.
That's not at all how I thought that one was going
How
to go.
did you think it was going to end?
Well, I thought that he was like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing. When
That
he
he
said,
wasn't aware that he was
that
the one
yeah,
doing the
that
killings.
because when he said they haven't met the real me.
Yeah,
That was a weird-
That's like a red herring.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if you could figure out if it's one of the guys earlier on from what he's wearing, but
Exactly.
they're all kind of wearing similar.
So we never get
So
the
this is
identity.
Bob, who's accidentally killed because he's wearing the yellow.
Oh,
It
yeah.
might be this guy. He looks like he could be.
But he looks in better shape than that.
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting.
I love the font on this Kane's mailroom. That's funky.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
that's a
it.
good
Usually
one.
we have like 3 or 4 stories, it seems like, in these House of Mystery. But it's nice that they can develop a plot a little longer
Yeah.
in the A-B story format.
Yeah, I like the
Evil
irony with
Knievel.
the vampire. That was good.
He's a Daredevil stunt cyclist. They should do an Evil Knievel Daredevil crossover. They have a stunt
Ooh.
contest.
Evil Knievel was somebody you heard about a lot in the 70s.
I was going to say just heard about a lot in my
Really?
life. I feel like you and Dad talked about Evil Knievel.
Really?
I never knew about him otherwise. But you
More than
call
the
him
Roman Empire?
every day. Evil Knievel this. Evil So this is the Punisher. Have we not done a Punisher yet? I think this might be our first issue of the Punisher.
It might be.
Punisher 33. And this looks like a 90s comic, if I had to guess. This is your comic of the week. They killed the X-Men.
They killed the X-Men.
Now
and
the Punisher's next.
next.
This guy looks like the Punisher.
I know it.
He's got that blue-black hair. Where did they get that blue-black hair in comics? I feel like Bruce Wayne has that kind of blue-black.
Well, a lot of times.
1990, right on the dot.
Yep.
Is that Joe Rogan? Looks like him.
He's got a nuke. It's funny they have these headlines and then the game graphics are like this.
That's not realistic.
Yeah. So we start out with, look at this, Frank. It's the wildest set of biomechanical weapons components I've ever seen. You ever thought of working with this kind of equipment? Can't hear a word you said.
He's just shooting his machine gun inside?
Yeah,
God.
with this guy's...
That must be Micro.
Yep. And whoever these guys are, they're way ahead of the latest American hardware. Just a second, Micro. You talking to me? Where'd you get that? I picked it up off a pirate beam that bounced off a CNN ComSat, traced it back to Queensland.
Must be communication satellite or something.
Yep. Micro, don't you know any better than to access a random beam? So he's just out
That's
there.
what they tell you in cybersecurity training. Don't access random beams.
What if they've got a virus defense? Duh.
Relax. Got McAfee.
Yeah. Relax. Nobody knows I'm here. I don't know if they kept up the payments on that, though. Beep, beep. Whoops. Always. Relax. Nobody's going to know I'm here. Oops. Beep, beep. Whoops. God. I read that and I was like, I'm not even going to turn the page. No. But I did.
Whoa, I like those colors,
we have
though.
Reaver
the greens and
Fever.
pinks. Yeah, the Reavers are normally X-Men, right?
Yeah.
I had some of these action figures. I had the Tank Tread guy. Who's like a centaur tank. He's got like the torso and upper body of a man.
Yes.
Instead of a horse.
Yes.
Tank.
Yes.
And I think this is Lady Deathstrike.
It is. Yeah.
I don't know the rest of their names. I don't remember the tank guy's name, but
yeah,
I had an action figure of him. Grandma got it for me.
I don't remember like the intricacies of their relationships within here. All I pretty much know is just that they're, the Hellfire Club keeps them. They're
related to the Hellfire Club?
Yeah, they're a military kind of group that the Hellfire Club.
Bonebreaker. That's his name.
And so they give them cyber parts, pretty much. So they're cyborgs. Yeah. Yeah.
If I was going to be a cyborg,
I don't think I'd pick this
I don't
guy.
think I'd pick that. I would definitely not pick this.
The
only human part of you is your head?
Yeah.
He's weird looking.
Yeah. Does he poop 50 caliber bullets?
So? It's a good trade-off.
So,
how does he go into buildings and stuff without, like, crushing the door and all the floors and stuff?
Exactly. Wrecking the furniture and the rugs. And so, anyway, they're picking up on that somebody's trying to bust into their computer. And, oi, Reese, suit up. We're going to New Jersey and track some stinking muties. So they're thinking that is it Wolverine?
So they hate mutants. Mm-hmm. They think they're stinking muties. Have they seen themselves in the mirror?
I know it. That's what I thought when I read that.
They're freakish.
Are you kidding me? And hold your oil. We're sighting in some rifles.
You think they had to come up with a bunch of lingo once they became cyborgs? Like, instead of saying holding your horses, what if we said hold your oil, guys? That would be awesome.
And what does she have?
She's got these finger claws.
But other than that,
she's got some like circuitry on her wrists. But yeah, she's not as obviously a cyborg. I think she was in a relationship with Wolverine, right? But then it went bad, and then she got turned into Lady Deathstrike to get revenge on him or something. I think she's supposed to... I thought she was Japanese, but she kind of looks like a white lady in this.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm mixing up characters. I'm not sure.
We'll have to do that Wolverine comic.
Yeah.
And see, yeah. Because they do a
there's that
whole
little
story.
country he goes to, Madripoor.
Right.
It was in that Uncanny X-Men we looked at where he met Captain America and Black Widow.
Right.
But he has a lot of adventures there.
But we'll have
They
to...
actually portrayed her in one of the X-Men films from the 2000s. But they
I
didn't
haven't
call her.
seen
I
all
don't
of
think they
them.
named her. And they didn't really give her a story. She just had a fight with Wolverine. And I think she
Okay.
got knocked into an adamantium liquid metal pit or something like that is how she died.
Whoa. Yeah, we'll have to investigate a little more. So you go to New Jersey to seek mutants. I'm going. Afraid not, Lady Deathstrike. Pierce saved me, Reese and Pretty Boy. No, Pierce says, me, Reese, and Pretty Boy. Not only have I earned the right, I'm the best qualified.
These are some smudged letters, too.
I know. It's for a 90s comic. There's a lot of
you
smudging.
could see the 90s hyper detail I was talking about in the other episode. A lot of pouches and guns with all sorts of little circles and little crevices on them.
Oh, yeah, their technology is crazy.
I mean, I guess, it's not necessarily a 90s thing if you think about way back Jack Kirby drawing technology with the little geometric shapes on it.
true.
But it's kind of taken up a notch or two, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's more like militaristic than it is sci-fi.
Yeah. So he goes, I admire your passion, Lady Deathstrike, but you are needed here. In all likelihood, that's not Wolverine, but some other mutant trying to contact the X-Men. Why Pierce? Why am I needed here? Because I admire your passion. I will stay, but only because it suits me. I thought that was a really weak she gave in real quick.
Yeah.
It was a weird way to, I mean, I wish I knew a little bit more about how they interact between each other because...
It must have been established in the X-Men issue before this.
Yeah.
It seems like they're setting up a crossover with Punisher.
And just the look on his face when he just kind of says some banal, I'd like your passion. And it's like...
Yeah, maybe they have he has control over these people.
Yeah. So that was something that I wish I knew a little bit more of. But look at this guy.
I feel like Punisher is a weird choice of a crossover for X-Men. Because
Yeah.
he's more of a street level, unpowered. When he's with Daredevil, that's a really good pairing. When he's with Spider-Man, that's still pretty good pairing.
He could pair with Batman real well.
Yeah, maybe Luke Cage, Power Man, Iron Fist kind of thing. But when he's with a whole team of super-powered mutants, they're like, oh, this guy
Right.
shoots and kills people.
And these guys maybe...
Wolverine would like him.
Wolverine would like him, yes. And these guys may be human, but they're not because they're just so changed.
I guess that's the irony that's supposed to be like they're intolerant of mutants, but by
exactly
trying to challenge them, they've lost their own humanity.
Exactly.
Especially him.
You really hate
He's like,
that
I can't
guy.
wait till I get my robot head, then I'll be all finished. Then I'll look cool.
What is this guy though? It's like these two are way over the top. But
He's
what is
got
that
like a
other
weird
guy?
little Cerebro helmet or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
But what does the collar do for him? And the little wrist.
I think it's
bands?
all to make him look more like a what are those called again? The
Horseman of Apocalypse.
No, the horseman. The
Centaur.
centaur. Yeah, it's to make him look more like a centaur, because the
He's very
mane.
punk looking.
Yeah, his mohawk is his mane, and
Oh, I see.
just. But anyway,
What the
oi,
hell
Reese.
is his problem then? What's he supposed to
Yeah, just wait till you see. Dig my new computerized sighting device. Pierce rigged me so that the rocket hits wherever I look at. So this other guy's like, I hope you're not easily distracted, bone breaker. Pierce tracked the worm through the CNN ComSat to Newark. But from there, it gets hazy. We've got it narrowed down to a 12 square mile area in the warehouse district.
He's got a little finger flag.
I know it!
You've heard of finger guns. He's got a finger flag.
He's so over the top. You know that's real.
Where does the tip of his finger go? It's not like
Oh.
hinged over. It just flats.
No,
and then
yeah.
there's
It
a
must
flat.
be... They should have made a little,
Tip of
tip.
it.
Yeah, up there. The mainframe's scouring New Jersey aerial and ground survey records to give us a hold of the region. So they're looking and making plans of how they're going to intercept whoever is trying to break into their computer system.
That's some of my least favorite dialogue. Like in some of the Iron Man ones, where like, I just have to upload this into the Neuralink, and then when the satellite hits apex, or it's just like a bunch of gobbledygook.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So a thing is happening.
Yes. So they're preparing, and
why wear gloves?
Yeah. Exactly.
Maybe he doesn't get a good grip with his metal hands. He's just dropping the guns all over the place. Damn, I didn't really think this through.
You'd think that he would make hands that he could just put on there that were guns.
Yeah, little rubber hands.
Or, little rubberized hands. Or what is that stuff you can dip your tools in to rubberize the handles?
Oh, yeah, there you go.
That rubber dip? That would work.
Well, then he can't wear different colored gloves depending on his mood.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
That's like his only means of self-expression.
I like this drawing, though. That's pretty cool. They're
That is
heading
cool. It kind
off
of looks like
into
a Quinjet from Avengers.
It does. And there's a lot of, reading, or
make sure you
text here that
file
you-
a flight plan. That's always fun and exciting to read about in your comics. People are shooting each other with guns.
So we have a lot of text that is smeared. And as Andy goes, don't try to take him alive, whoever it is. Don't worry, Pierce. We'll bring you his bones.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, his outfit gets real fancy in the dark.
He likes how it lights up.
So we cut back to the Punisher. That's it, Frank. All systems are down, and the files are toast. Could it be an internal failure? No way! It's the most sophisticated virus I've ever seen. Knocked us out in mere minutes without an activating program. Good thing I got duplicate files at my place.
His skull looks kind of skeptical there. Changes expression depending on his mood.
The skull is the one who said that. If they can send a bug back along our access line, they can trace the beam. This means we can expect visitors. Activate defense systems. Frank, Boobala, you've been smoking too much crack. I just told you all systems are down.
That's a weird thing to say. You've been smoking too much crack. You never hear, you've been smoking just enough crack.
Look at the guy. Oh my God.
He's very technically challenged. He's
Yeah.
smashing things with his fist.
We can't even open the warehouse door. Assuming they're coming from Australia and don't have a strike team in place, we can expect them in any time after 5 hours. That's the least amount of time it'll take to get here at supersonic speeds. Can we at least get the battle van into a public parking ramp? We can force the, what is that for Schlingerler garage door? I think that's like
he must
him
be
swearing.
Jewish because he called it Bubala.
Oh yeah.
And so that must be like a Yiddishism.
There you go.
Like a little. Oi.
Yeah. A little longer.
Oi, my battle van.
Good idea. We'll load the van with everything it can hold. That way, if they take the warehouse, they'll miss the ordnance.
Pack up the dreidels. We've got to go. The battle dreidels.
For the next 4 hours, we work feverishly to empty the warehouse. Most of it goes cross town to Microchip's warehouse. The van goes into a hotel ramp. Slip the manager a C-note. We've got enough plastique against the support columns to pop this building about 200 feet in the air. That's crazy.
So they're setting a trap.
Yeah, they're setting it up.
You just gotta give the manager a C-note.
Yep. We get up motion detectors on top of the building, battery powered, and wired to Micro's remote. It's all set. It's all set up. How's the transmission? Great. Hey, look what I found.
That's a weird split. They split his face in half. It makes him look a little crazier.
Oh, that's great. I like how they fit the Punisher in on the
A
side.
lot of shooting games. And,
Oh, yeah.
They know their audience for sure. They've got
heck
Bionic
yeah.
Commando, and then a couple pages we had The Ultimate Warrior and The Ultimate War, Iron Sword.
Yeah.
Terrorists go nuke. Very like shoot 'em up style stuff and
Yeah.
battling and
Very
I mean, I guess you could
masculine,
say that of
masculine.
every comic, but this one in particular.
In particular.
Yeah, Dalek.
Yeah, he goes, it's my Dalek. Just the thing for cleaning out Times Square, huh? Yeah, but can it go upstairs? It can now. The turret extends 15 feet and can punch or blast through anything short of a steel plate.
Isn't that drawing attention to them?
I know. It goes right up through.
What if they killed a civilian? They don't know who's standing up on the roof.
Imagine this baby coming up through the middle of your pinochle table, firing 650 rounds per minute per barrel in a 360-degree configuration.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Oh my God.
I call it my hydrant of doom. You're a regular poet. Where's our command center?
Wow.
And he's so happy. He just loves his Dalek. Planet of the Apes. Ooh. See last issue's ad?
That's a funky looking ape.
He's pissed. He's like, did you see it? Did you? And the Punisher.
That's a funky Batman font.
Yeah, and color, yeah. Crazy. So, the Boiler Room. We
Wow,
have
they have Punisher's Assassin's Guild, Punisher Big Nothing, Punisher Big Nothing poster, Intruder hardcover, Origin, Punisher versus Wolverine. I'm gonna have to check that one out. That might be fun.
Whoa, yeah. And it was $4.95 back then, or $5.95 back then.
You think they'll still give us that price?
Wow. So the Boiler Room, we have 3 points of exit, 2 above and 1 below. We've got a service outlet to the local storm sewer, which ties into the main storm sewer 2 blocks away. The main's 8 feet wide. Dig this, Frank. We hustle this baby into the main. It collapses into a 10-inch tube and inflates in 30 seconds.
I don't like when they say storm sewer. Like when they within the same sentence of dialogue, you guys say the same phrase. You couldn't think of a different variation.
It goes, Micro, what are you, nuts? Do you really expect us to ride the main sewer? Do you know what's in that water? Nope.
He's like, my raft shoots propellers all around in 360, and it shoots oars at everyone.
It shoots turds into the sewer.
Most of the things I make rotate 360 to shoot things.
No problem. We'll wear these disposable body gloves and face masks. Punisher, where were you during AIDS Awareness Week?
Oh,
beep,
God.
beep, beep. Party approaching on North Perimeter. That's Dunstall Street. That looked like Dual Street. Dunstall Street. It's just a bum.
It's just Ben Grimm.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, what's to scavenge in this neck of the woods? Industrial waste?
It's really weird that the Marvel universe encompasses like Ben Grimm, who's a big rock monster who's like, oh, I'm the ever-loving, blue-eyed, whatever. And then there's also the Punisher who's like, you're smoking too much crack, Frank. It's kind of a weird tone shift.
That's true.
I mean, I guess that's what you want, though, in a universe, is all sorts of different vibes that you can explore.
Yeah.
At least they didn't spell it out.
Swearing.
Hashtag $, add hashtag percent.
I'm going up on the roof. Where's the Dalek? It's back on the first floor. Can they knock out its electronics? If I can see it, I can run it. Hey, Frank, if the what does that say? Transceiver does bring on
goes bang on the pipes.
Wow. Yeah, that's a little...
If the transceiver goes, bang on the pipes.
So Frank goes up to the roof. I love how he goes up there in this pose.
Yeah, that's cool.
He looks really deadly.
He practices it in the mirror.
It does look like he practices it.
That's his Facebook profile picture. No trigger discipline on the internet. They'll make fun of you if you have your finger on the trigger.
Oh, that's true.
It's not gun safety awareness.
And he's going up through his trapdoor, and he's thankful that he put this toe kick on there. Because, he can just release it with his toe and boom, fall down.
Okay.
He goes, I'm afraid microchip's bitten into some gang of mutants or super criminals, and it's more than we can chew. We've been lucky for too long. I'll bet money that it's one ticked off Christoph, a.k.a. Doom Jr., still disgruntled that I set fire to his art museum. Hey, compadre. Oh, that was back in Punisher number 29.
I'd like to see Doom Jr.
Oh, yeah. Are you the jerk who tried to tap into our computer? I thought you were somebody else. I have no idea who you are. Can we discuss this? Maybe. Must be wearing some kind of force field to to be able to approach me like this. I'm not. All I've got is neck to crotch Kevlar, and if he's packing Teflon, a fat lot of good Kevlar will do for me. Yeah, he's not very prepared against these guys.
Would you be?
Well, no, and they haven't even seen Bonebreaker. That's a battle
him
for
an accessibility ramp so he can get into the building.
Yeah, right.
Damn, stairs again.
I represent the Reaver think tank in North Central Australia. Tell me you didn't try to tap into our computer.
Oh, they're Australian. They're that's why they're all Mad Max looking.
Yeah, I didn't do it. No, old sport, we traced the signal to the top of this building, and I can see the bloody bolt holes for your dish. And I find you standing here with Augie Doggy in one hand and Who Me in the other. I got to tell you, I don't believe it. And he starts shooting, so he hits a toe kick. Yeah. And he falls into this net that he has. He goes, I took a chance, but I wanted him to make the first move. It isn't easy landing a net with 20 pounds of ordnance strapped to your waist. Gosh. I got a boogie infestation on the main floor. At least 2 points of gunfire. The Daleks. Click. It's his own fault. Micro's getting careless. Just like his kid tapping into strange computers. He's just asking for a virus. Microchips, do you copy? Oh, crap. There goes the transceiver. So we've got the Dalek down here shooting, but we've got your favorite guy.
He's stretching his arms around the building.
And bending.
Crazy. He's like, I look cool, I bet.
Oh, yeah, look at his face. You know he's saying that. And the Dalek's confused, trying to cover 2 fire points at the same time. When one barrel aims, it pulls the other off balance. So Punisher yells, Micro, what's going on? That guy, yeah.
He's more effective than I anticipated.
Why are his eyes glowing, though? It looks like these wires are feeding, like...
Yeah, he must be able to see somehow. Maybe he's accessing a closed-circuit TV or something.
On his arms or something. Yeah. Ooh, that's dangerous. I'll take what I'm offered. I blow the gun off at the wrist.
Ooh, there goes his little gloved hand.
Look at that face. But...
He's got another one.
Yep, look at him. Snap it right in there.
A different glove.
And then he shoots.
How many do you think he has in there?
Oh yeah. And where is that? Because that looks like
belly.
He's probably got a whole arsenal in there.
Got a whole belly full of gloved hands. Don't mess with me.
They change color as he gets more frustrated. The shooter with the hydraulic arms suggests we're under attack by an unknown technology. Christoph, the false doom. What would he be doing in Australia? So they still don't know who it is. I love this shadow of him.
I told him he was in the Reaper's think tank.
Yeah. So
I've never heard of it.
It doesn't exist. This makes him very cartoon looking.
Yeah, I really like the way the skull still glows.
Yeah.
When he's all in shadow.
Microchip. Those guys aren't human. They're human, all right. They've been enhanced. Could be Doom's work. Doom? You tapped into Doom's computer? You're either the greatest genius or the biggest fool I've ever known. I'm a genius, Frank. They can't stop the Dalek. I've just been playing with them. Now I'm going to run them out of the building. I think we ought to clear out. Oh, something just blew a hole in the south wall. There's something coming through. Oh, crap.
So that's how he gets around stairs. He just pulls a Kool-Aid man and bursts through the wall.
Look at how crazy he looks. And look at how wide he is compared to... He's like a square.
Yeah.
He's almost as wide as he is tall. And he looks insane. He looks like he's got like cat-eye glasses
like he
on.
hasn't pooped in years.
That's what he's shooting. So, sorry for the delay, pretty boy. I had a little trouble finding the right spot. Any sign of the little freak? Hold on to your pants, Bonebreaker. It's not Wolverine. Not Wolverine? Gah! What is it? Some kind of remote gun station. I saw a man dressed in black with a skull on his chest. So they don't even know who the Punisher is.
God, where have they been?
I
Have
know.
they seen a cop car?
Did you get a visual to Pierce? Where's Reese? Not yet. I don't see him. Must have gone after the skull character. Okay, look out. I'm going to dump that piece of junk into the basement. So
I
he's
like
going
he has
to...
a little blast shield.
Yeah. And okay, that must be makeup that he has on. But it looks like he's got glasses on.
He does have sunglasses on.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, they're like cat eye kind of things.
Wow.
Whoa,
So
poor Dalek.
Yeah, Dalek goes right down to the basement. Holy! Quick, pop it back up through the roof. So the head goes back up, and I'm going to hit it with a laser.
So small. Get your little mini laser out.
Should have thought of this in the first place. I'll superheat his ammo and blow it up from the inside. That's just evil. Wham! Do you think someone was in there? No, I'm pretty sure it was the remote. They're probably in the basement. So at least they kind of acted like they were.
Out. Spider-Man: Spirits of the Earth, hardcover graphic novel. I've never heard of that
What?
graphic novel. I might have to track that one down.
No, I hadn't
Spirits
either.
of the Earth.
Wow. My Dalek! Come on, Einstein. We're out of here. Which way to the river? I'm raising the hatch and setting the timers. Not even the Newark cops can ignore a burning warehouse. I like this place. Where am I going to find another place as good? You know, Frank, if the warehouse is your idea of a cool place, maybe you ought to take a vacation, you know? Yeah, good advice, Club Med. This better work. No problem, Frank. I did a computer simulation before. Before
His
what?
little transparent suit on.
Oh, well, because it's transparent. You can kind of see it.
He's got one on.
Yeah, but you
Oh
can
yeah, I
kind of
see
see
the
it a little
silhouette
bit.
around him. Yep, he's putting it on there. My bad.
Goes, before what? Before they installed this grate? No problem. I got torches for this very situation.
Oh gosh.
Unfortunately, I have to get down in the soup to use it so we don't scuttle the boat. Let's hope these vents are working. I'd hate a methane explosion, wouldn't you? It's like you did a computer simulation, but you didn't plan it out.
He's got an eye on his hand.
He
That's how he does it.
Yes.
That's why he wears gloves, so he doesn't have to see out of both
Ooh.
eyes.
Wow.
See, sunglasses. They're on his head now.
Yep.
Like, I'll let everyone see my crazy red eyes for a second.
He almost looks like he has pointed teeth. Targets are no longer in the building. Clear out. Clear out. She's going to blow. This is a great shot. He's jumping down and that's a cool shot. He rides. You think he'd be easy to tip over? Because look how far up front
Yeah, he's got a low center of gravity, though.
Yeah, I suppose. And tanks can move pretty good, so... They never left the building. There's only one way they could have got out. The sewer. You got it. Pretty Boy. Oh, your favorite guy's name is Pretty Boy.
Can see why.
They're in the sewers. Can you find them? Can a cat see in the dark? I'll pull them back up. Pull them back upstream, Reese. Maybe you ought to get down and blast them. Bonebreaker. Sounds like we've finally got a cop problem.
You know, somehow I think the police aren't going to be much of a problem for him.
Like you wouldn't think these guys would show up. See that guy who's half tank and just go home?
Oops, I think I see a robbery over there.
Yeah.
Bye.
It's like, really? So Bonebreaker, this is Pierce. Who is it? Did you bag him? No, sir. It's some clown in a skull costume. Pretty Boy saw him. We've got him cornered in the sewer. We're going down after them. Where's Reese? Sir, I'm a little busy right now. We'll report as soon as we can. Now down in the sewer. That does it. Hang on. What the? It's in his hand.
He shoots off his hand again.
So he's like the metallic Reed Richards.
Kinda, yeah. He's
Because
like
he's
Machine
up
Man
in
or
the
something.
building, and how far can he stretch with that? That's crazy. So, Brap, did you lose them? Not before I planted a tracer on their boat. We can figure their vector and be waiting when they pop out into the river. I'm putting on a replacement hand and going after those flowers. Those flowers. minute. Beneath the Outback. There's your visual, Pierce. We punched it up with infrared and computer enhancement. I know this man. Get him. Bring him back here. That might be a tad difficult. Then kill him. I think the sewer debouches into the river about 10 feet above the water line. We'll cut a hole through the grate and climb the cliff or whatever it is. Might be docks.
Like that little rat.
Ooh. Maybe then we should split up for a while. Why? What you got in mind? Well, I messed up, and with the tap and all, maybe I need to get my head straight. Suit yourself. Looks like we're there. Okay, I'll cut a hole. He looks so sad.
He feels bad. He brought all these tank guys there.
Aww. Yeah.
Whoa.
So he cuts it open, they fall out.
Bracka.
That's crazy. What are the limitations of that guy's arm? That's got to be
unlimited.
A mile or a block,
right?
you know? And then the other
and
two
how
guys.
can he see if he has the glove on it? I guess that's why he doesn't hit him.
Yeah. Hey, Reese, Brownberger here. I'm at the river. They ain't come up yet. I think Pretty Boy got him. I'm on the way. Gather any debris. Let's see if we can figure who this Joker was. Next issue, are the Punisher and Micro sunk? Dead in the water? Up the creek? Find out in 30 days in Exoskeleton.
Ooh, are they going to make some kind of suit for Frank to fight back in Exoskeleton? He's like, I don't actually want to replace any of my body parts.
But...
If you have pimples.
Demon
Sword.
I've never heard of that.
It's very Conan as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just like that earlier ad.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool. I really like the art on the cover. Almost more so. Is it the same artist? I didn't see the credits, but... Let's see. We've got Bill Reinhold on pencils, and I don't see a separate thing for the cover, so it must be a Reinhold. The colors are a lot more vibrant on the cover.
Really
it's really
nice.
Saturated.
Yeah.
It's looking good. His
Yeah.
tank is red. He's got these purple wires that we don't see
Right.
in the blue accents. He's the least cool of the three. These guys are pretty unique. This guy's just like, you're a cyborg? Well, I've got this helmet.
Right?
That's it. I replaced my whole body, man.
Both of these guys did.
Commit a little.
But I have a question. Like, Frank shot off his hand 2 times. How does the hydraulic liquid not all come out and then freeze up the hydraulics? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
It's like, do they also have like self-healing?
Self-healing technology.
You know, for the plastic or whatever
It cauterizes it.
It's just, you know, little things like.
That is cool. He's the most inventive of the three villains.
Yeah, but what are his limitations? It just seems
Nothing.
like he can
I'd like
just
to
do
see
whatever.
him fight Mr. Fantastic. That'd be an interesting pairing.
Yeah. How does Ben do about against bullets?
Who, the Thing?
Yeah.
He's great with bullets. They hardly hurt him.
So, yeah.
But if it was just Reed, that would be tough for him to fight the Reavers.
Yeah.
He'd be dodging.
Yeah.
He's stretching.
But he could
He's
probably.
also super smart, so he'd probably make a device that short circuits them all.
Well, yeah, that's very true. He would, yeah.
He'd ultimately
He'd
nullify
disappear doing his research while everybody fought and kept them busy until Reed came out with the hit a button and disable them all. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I was reading about the Punisher and how when they came up with the Punisher and his skull, that it was based on, and this is just one source, that it was based on the skull used on the Nazi SS.
Oh, really?
But they wanted to reclaim it because it wasn't a Nazi
So they gave it
symbol.
little cheekbones?
So anyway, they wanted to
know
reclaim the graphic.
Wow.
So I had not.
And ever since, right-wing people have known the difference.
Right.
It worked. Oh, wait. So,
But, yeah.
we had 2 kind of grim, dark comics this time.
2 good ones, though.
Yeah, these are really good. Very different. 1990, 1974. If you enjoyed watching this, give us a subscribe or write us a comment. We always love seeing them. And thanks for watching.